Hey folks, it's Brad here, and we're taking a look at the GVM SD200D. Alright, it's with that Lantern box today, and this is to contrast with the GVM SD300D that comes with the Octobox. So the Lantern is for big, soft light, and as you can see, I've got it mounted up on the wall there. And this is really convenient. This is just my living room because that's where I do my photography and videography. And so we actually needed more light in here, and we haven't found a light that we like. We just have one of those, so I thought, well, you know what, let's get some good big soft light in here, and so that's up there. I have a safety catch up there. It's good to use safety catches. I might save you some money by telling you, I just took some electrical wire and a carabiner, and if you twist those around and like double back and everything, then that's going to be a pretty cheap safety catch, which you should use because this is my spot on the couch and that's over my head. So always protect yourself and your models and your crew. All right, so this is a nice sized lantern. It was, let's see, I think a little easier to put together than the Octobox. And you might be wondering, what is the SD200D as opposed to the SD200S? I'm not sure what they intended to stand for. I think of it as dual or double because what it does is it goes, it allows you to change the color temperature from warmer to cooler, whereas the S does not. That's, I think, just 5600K all the time. So I'm gonna show you the app actually I've got down here on my phone. We've got connected. So if I want to turn it off, there I turned it off, turned it on. If I want to adjust the brightness, I have the brightness control there. Okay. And if I want to control the color temperature, then I have the color temperature control if I can grab it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking through my camera as I'm doing this. All right, so finicky. Normally I don't, normally I don't have a problem grabbing it, although it will jump from one side to the other if you switch around sometimes. So see, jump to warm, but it's a pretty smooth way of going. I saw in the App Store that it was rated 1.8 stars. I think that seems a bit unfair. Maybe it had some problems in the past though that's affecting that. But if I'm actually looking at my phone when I'm doing it instead of looking through a camera at my phone, then I don't tend to have a problem with it. I will leave it connected all the time, but when I leave out of range, it will disconnect. But then it asks me if I want to reconnect when I go back into the app and I'm close again, which is great because I don't want to have to reach up there and play around with it. Okay, so in order to make it work with the app, you push the mode button until it says app on the side. If you want to do a parent-child, I prefer that to master-slave, which is pretty horrible. If you want to do connect two of them, then that, I think you have to set up groups and everything. It seems, for me, with two lights, that's more trouble than it's worth. Also, the lights have different ranges. So if you see here, I'll show you that if you want to look at the 300, SD300D versus the 200. The range for the color temperature is 3200 to 5600. And I usually like to shoot at 5600, and it seems to me that with the way they're doing this with the LEDs, that it's brightest right in the middle, which means that if I'm right about that, then I get the most light at 4400. So that's something to think about. They do say that they've improved the brightness of these though. Hi Alice. Hello. And then we're gonna switch lights. Seems like the one that you're on goes to the bottom of the address and you need to remember which is which. Okay, so we're on this light now and we're in the app. This is the 300, so you can see the difference. So the 300 goes from 2700K. Sorry, you didn't see that, 2700K to 7500, so it has a bigger range. But if you're like me and you got the kit, then you might prefer to get, you know, a lantern for your purposes versus the grid, the Octobox. That might influence your decision for the kit purchasing. And I will talk a little bit about the kit now, but not too much. There are nice carry cases that come with these things. You see that carry case there, and I think the 300D has a nice carry case for the legs, the light stand that comes with it. And someone wants to come up with me. All right, but I don't want to focus on those. I do want to say that because these light stands have spreader legs that fold up against the post of the light stand, that means that you can use these as a light that is on the ground behind a model. Just be very careful about not tripping, but this can go flat and low. So I've locked it down like that so it's stable. So if you wanted to do a light from behind your model for their hair light or for an ethereal look, if you want to do a spotlight, this does come with the spotlight attachment, and you can do it like this. But these are not really sturdy. I don't want to use these for much. In fact, I put the 200 on the here, and it just the first time it took a bite out of that post there. The kit, it's nice to have an extra different kind of light post, but it's not the one I'm going to use much. You know, I've got this C-stand, I've got other sturdy spreader leg light stands, and I think that those are going to be your better choice for using heavier lights. And then you can boom them out over something too with the boom arm. So anyway, I think that this is probably, I'm about done, except I will say overall quality GVM, it's good quality for not being like top of the line professional. It's generally better than the newer brand, but there is some variation in that. But for this power supply that you can strap on to your light post, one of these, the first time I used it, I cranked on it and it broke off part of this buckle. It's a thin plastic there. So quality is not 100% all around, but I think that overall it's really good stuff, and you're getting this mostly for the light and probably the diffuser, and it's good for those. So I'm really happy with it, and hopefully you will be too if you get it.